order to exceed the quota, I work like a madman trying to exceed the quota. But it does me no good if it's not the correct specification. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The right specification. And then they start checking it, and all the parts are defective because you put it together wrong. I'd rather meet the quota and it be right than to go above the quota and everything's wrong. We do that in our lives. We sacrifice quality for quantity. How do we do that? We do what we want to do in abundance, and we never consider God. We drink what we want to drink in abundance. We smoke what we want to smoke in abundance. We eat what we want to eat in abundance. We have the type of friends that we want to have in abundance. And we sacrifice quality for quantity. We sacrifice it. So there's a relationship of quality and quantity. There's also, when we talk about quality, assessing yourself. Assessing yourself. Where am I? Where do I want to be? How far am I out from? I'm just trying to be a coach today. Just coach you into some blessings, because we need sometimes somebody to kind of push us. Yeah. If you hadn't met your life goal, it's not too late. It's not too late. If you got sidetracked from your goal, it's not too late. There's all kind of options out there to help you reach your goal. If your life situation isn't the best, then it's not too late to start back trying to get things together. So you got to anticipate. You got to start visualizing what you need to do. You got to see it in your mind. You got to be able to see it. A carpenter just doesn't build. He sees a finished product in his mind before he starts building. That's why when you ask him, he sits there and he rubs his chin and he visualizes a finished product. God, before you were born, before he formed you in the belly, he saw a finished product. The script has already been written. The plan is already in play. All you got to do is get in the ball game and run the bases, and you'll get there. Even with those definitions, which are expressly relational or implied relationship, when you look at this implied relationship, you look at doing the right thing at the right time, doing it every time the same way, to build a sustained relationship. You're doing it right. If you're in a marriage, you're in a relationship, there are certain things that are expected to happen in a relationship. There's certain patterns that we have. We go to work and we come home and we got to tell about the day at work, and we got to eat a meal together if we can. And there are certain things, doing the right thing at the right time, every time. You can't miss your spouse's birthday and get a nothing that could cause problems. Am I right about it? Amen. Yeah. You better, and at certain times you got to take her out to eat. You got to take her sometimes to nice places. I took Sister Benz out one time, and the bill come back, and it was $60 or $70. I said, oh, God. God, it was very nice, Mother. It was very nice, but you got to do the right things at the right time. You got to do them every time, and sometimes you got to give up something. And I was looking around and I said, this didn't taste like $60-something worth of food. It just didn't. But you got to do it. Got to come to church sometimes when you don't want to come to church. You got to do that 3 o'clock when you don't want to do it. You got to get up and pray sometimes when you don't feel like it. You got to read the word when you don't even feel spiritual. But you got to do the right thing at the right time to build and sustain relationship. Man. Ain't on the anniversary to take Sister Benz out to McDonald's. It just doesn't work. Y'all would call me cheap. Y'all call me cheap. But it's building, it's sustaining the relationship. And if you're going to build some, you got to also sustain it. So that means you got to do maintenance on it. The focus of continuous improvement is likewise the building and sustain of relationship. You got to continuously improve yourself. You got to continuously improve yourself. You just can't stand still, get stagnant. Just say, this is the way that I am, and I can't do nothing about it. Yes, you can. I found myself understanding that everything that Moses had previously gone through had groomed him for his great calling. This man was staying in the house of Pharaoh. He was an important man. Now he is hurting. He got a herd on the backside of the mountain. I don't know if any of you have been on the backside of the mountain and people have looked at you funny, but it was grooming you to come around on the front. It was grooming you to walk out on the stage and say, here they are. Don't get into a backside mentality that everybody's against you. You're never going to be anything. Man. You got to do better. Everything, it groomed him for the great calling that he had. I remember years ago, had bought a trailer. I had did everything to that trailer. We had replaced floors in that trailer. We were continuously replacing pipes in that trailer. And see, when you got ground that gets saturated and all this, it was a bad part. And I did work on that trailer. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten under that, putting pipes back together, put water lines on there. One mess up, you got to go get another one. Your substance wake up in the morning and your water is out there running. And I thought to myself that I will be here forever. It is paid for. This is the best I was going to do, but I wasn't happy with where I was living. Wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all. It was noisy over there. You never know what might happen in the middle of the night that will start you up. And I hated living there, but I thought that's the best I could do. That's what I thought. I will never get out of that trailer. I had an old car and the paint was just peeling off the top. It was just peeling off the top there. The shocks were gone in the front of it, and you couldn't drive too fast because you get the bouncing. It was paid for. And I thought that was the best that I could do. We had one car. We spent, I'm talking about thousands of dollars. Every time you go to the shop, there was something wrong with it. That car never stayed well. When it finally died, it died in front of the repair shop. Threw a rod to the oil paint. And I said, oh Lord, I don't know what I'm going to do. I went to work that day in a wreck truck. That's the man at the shop said, I'll take you to work. And I got in that truck and I went to work. And thank goodness I was running late so that nobody see me coming in a big old wrecking truck. And I'm thinking, this is the best that I could do. I didn't know what God was doing at the time. All right. And Sister Benz called and said, I went to Car-Mart, and I said, no, we ain't getting no car from there. I said, with the interest alone, we're going to pay for two of them. And I told told her, come pick me up, and I told the supervisor, I got a situation here, I don't have but one car. Caught him through a rod, I don't have a way home, wife come get me, gotta go get something. That night, went and got a new car.